JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with someone today. Now onto the news. 50 rounds of ammunition and guns seized in St. Andrew. 50 rounds of ammunition and an illegal gun were seized by the police in Mannings Hill, St. Andrew. Reports from the Constant Spring Police were that at about 8:30 on Monday night, lawmen acting on information entered the premises and searched the man. The gun was found in his possession. The man was arrested and taken into custody. However, his identity has been withheld pending further investigation. Police seized submachine gun in St. Elizabeth. The police in St. Elizabeth are reporting that a submachine gun was seized on Wednesday morning during an operation in a morass in the parish. Head of the St. Elizabeth Police Superintendent Coolidge Minto, in a video release, gave details on the operation.
Turn over this one. Okay.
Coolidge Minto, Superintendent, St. Elizabeth Division. At about 11 a.m. today, a team of officers conducted a targeted operation in the Slipe community in the vicinity of Timber Bridge. The general area was searched to include the morass. A number of canoes were seen, and those were also checked, and a search conducted in the bushy areas. At the end of the search, an Intratec submachine gun was seized, no round found, and the serial number erased. The team is continuing the search in this area based on the intelligence that several other prohibited weapons are in this general area. We will continue our efforts across the division to ensure that prohibited weapons are removed from the streets and persons connected with committing criminal offenses are brought to justice.
St. Elizabeth woman dies after gate falls on her. The police in St. Elizabeth are investigating the death of a woman who died after a gate fell on her. The deceased has been identified as 49-year-old housekeeper Donna Banks of Roundel in Pedro Plain in the parish. The incident happened on Monday. According to reports, at about 2:10, Banks was injured after an electronic gate malfunctioned and fell on her. She was assisted to the Black River Hospital, where she was pronounced dead. Elderly man dies after hit and run in Junction, St. Elizabeth. A 69-year-old man died from injuries sustained in a hit and run in Junction, St. Elizabeth. That is Overton Simpson, a farmer of Ridge District. According to reports, at about 5:45 p.m. on Monday, he was walking along Melsham Road when he was hit by a motorcyclist who did not stop. He was assisted to the Black River Hospital, where he died while undergoing treatment. The Junction Traffic Department is conducting a probe into the matter. Bugnamed person of interest in Lawrence Tavern shooting. A person of interest has been named in a case of alleged theft and shooting in Lawrence Tavern, St. Andrew, that Jamaica Labour Party Senator Delano Seavright says involved his driver on Sunday. The police have not released the name of the complainant or their associations, but Seavright made the connection in a statement on Tuesday. There was a shooting incident in the Lawrence Tavern area involving my driver, who is a former member of the military and responded to a serious threat. I was not present, and none of my vehicles were involved. The incident occurred outside the constituency, and after my driver had completed his duties with me. Fortunately, no one is injured, Seavright said. Based on the information available, I do not believe the incident was politically motivated. The police say the case stems from alleged larceny of a motor vehicle. Acting Superintendent Randy Sweeney, head of the St. Andrew North Police, said the shooting, which did not involve the police, took place along the border main road near Oberlin High School. We have conducted several operations targeting him, but it proved futile. We only have his alias. He goes by the name Bug. I could use this opportunity to appeal to him to turn over himself to the Lawrence Tavern Police Station or Constant Spring CIB, he said in an interview on Wednesday. Sweeney said the series of incidents took place between 12:15 a.m. and 2:40 a.m. on Sunday while the complainant was at a wake. The man reportedly suspected that his motor vehicle, which was parked along the roadway, was being broken into by men linked to a nearby vehicle. According to the police, the complainant pursued the suspects in his car, but shortly after he realized that the wheels of his vehicle had been tampered with, it's suspected that the lugs were removed. Sweeney said, in a bid to escape, The suspects reversed, and a shooting incident took place in that instance between the suspects and persons who were pursuing the suspect, not the police. The suspects reportedly abandoned their vehicle, which has since been seized by police. Sweeney said there is no information suggesting political motivations. Nothing like that was brought to my attention, he said. In a related development, a man who reported that a car he rented was stolen has since been charged with creating public mischief. Police suspect the report was false. We are of the view that the vehicle was intentionally given to one of the suspects who was committing several criminal activities in the Lawrence Tavern area, Sweeney said. Tensions have escalated inside the JLP in recent weeks over internal succession plans in the St. Andrew North Central constituency. Veteran JLP MP Carl Samuda, who currently holds the seat, has signaled plans to step down. Seavright confirmed on Good Friday that he has applied to replace Samuda, a move some insiders say disrupted an expected announcement about the party's plans. Murders and other major crimes continue to decline. The latest crime statistics show that the country has recorded 219 murders up to Monday. This is 127 fewer than the 346 homicides recorded over the similar period last year. The police and commanders argued that the strategy of targeting gangs and gang leaders has led to a 37% reduction in homicides. There have been reductions in other major crimes such as rape, shootings, robberies and break-ins, despite mounting complaints from residents across the island of increased criminality in their communities. 15 of the 19 police divisions have recorded a reduction in murders. The St. Andrew South Police Division recorded the highest number of homicides of 31, followed by St. Catherine South with 15, St. James 18, St. Catherine North and St. Anne with 15 each. Meanwhile, 171 people were wounded in violent attacks over the period, compared to 295 for the similar period last year. Jamaican man charged for shoplifting at mall in New York, detained by ICE. A Jamaican man was arrested and charged on Monday for stealing at a mall in New York in the United States, and is currently being detained by the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE agency. Ramiki Campbell, 27, of a Queens, New York address, was arrested after he was caught stealing merchandise from Macy's at the Green Acres Mall in Valley Stream, according to Nassau County Police. Campbell, who is in the U.S. illegally, reportedly concealed the items in a shopping bag and walked out of Macy's without paying, police said. He was arrested without incident after being stopped by loss prevention officers and handed over to Nassau Police. Campbell was charged with grand larceny, criminal possession of stolen property, false impersonation, and petty larceny. Further investigation revealed that Campbell had also stolen from a Forever 21 in the same mall. He reportedly gave police false information about his identity. Campbell had an outstanding warrant of removal from ICE, meaning an immigration judge had already determined that he was in the country illegally and ordered his deportation. After being released on an appearance ticket, Campbell was detained by ICE agents. Former Portmo United striker Cleon Price dies in car crash. Portmo United Football Club is mourning the passing of former striker Cleon Price. Price reportedly died in a car crash on Tuesday, a day after he celebrated his 31st birthday. It is with profound sadness that Portmo United Football Club acknowledges the untimely passing of our former player, Cleon Price, the club said in a statement posted to social media. Cleon was more than just a talented forward. He was a cherished member for a football family. Having represented the club at both the youth and senior levels, he played an integral role in our success, helping us to win numerous championships, it continued. His contributions on the field were matched by his dedication, sportsmanship, and the camaraderie shared with teammates and fans alike. We express our deepest condolences to Cleon's family, friends, and all who were touched by his spirit and passion for the game. His legacy will forever hold a place in Portmo United's rich history, the club said. The circumstances surrounding the car crash that claimed Price's life remain unclear at this time. JBNN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.